Hey YouTube, Grunt Reviews. Forgot to record this while I was at the range, so doing the intro now here in the studio just real quick. Guys, this is going to be our range review on the SCAR 17 NRCH or non-reciprocating charging handle. Guys, as always, go down below, tap that like button, tap that subscribe button, drop a comment with your thoughts, share us with your friends. Definitely also take the time to check us out over on rumble.com. We're moving a lot of content over there that the YouTube overlords won't allow. And as always, I've got my Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We appreciate all of you who do support us here at the channel, and let's get into it. All right, so first things first, we're gonna run a mag through this bad boy. As always, this is fresh out of the box, no lube, no nothing. Did put this is the Athlon 1 to 10 in a Scalar Works Elite mount. So let's make sure it makes it through the first mag. All right. There we go. And all right, and locks back just as it should. First impressions, really minimal recoil on this bad boy. For being a spicy caliber like 308, very easy, very manageable. Obviously the non-reciprocating charging handle is always nice. Let's go do some more shooting. All right, so what we did, I set this to the suppressed gas setting there, turned over about to the 10 o'clock position, and we're going to see if it runs on the suppressed setting, obviously without a suppressor. 2, reload, and then I'm going to finish the mag just to make sure everything works well. So, send her home. Here we go. And locks back as it should. So, on the suppressed gas setting, you'll have to pardon the wind out here today. Even less recoil than on full gas, and it's about 70 degrees today out here. Runs great with the lower gas setting. So if you dug around online, these things are overgassed from the factory. They will run in all conditions, but there's definitely a lot of gas there. Obviously, that's why there's so many aftermarket options to turn it down and dial it in a little bit better for your particular needs. But on the lower setting, for 308, recoil very minimal. Very impressed with it so far. So once we got her, we got the initial break-in done, spent some time shooting variety positions, working around different barricades, working around some barrels, and some reload practice as well too, with a variety of different ammos to make sure that it did run everything we threw at it. One thing that should be noted: A, I need to spend some time shooting offhand, but B, the gun does produce a large amount of gas. The brake does work well, but it does produce quite a bit of gas there. And as you can see, when working around the wood, that blast will take chunks out of it. The nice thing, though, with that non-reciprocating charging handle is even cramming it right up against the barricade, you don't have to worry about it. All right, so part of our test, do have some of the real cheap Wolf ammo stuff here. Got 10 rounds of it. Just want to make sure the SCAR will run it. I don't think we'll have an issue, but we will find out here. All right. Probably helps to charge it. There we go. All right, here we go. Okay, and strip that out there. I think we had a... Ooh. That's purty right there. Crushed the shit out of that bad boy. All right. And one, two, three. All right, and did hold open on that one. Just wanted to highlight that for you. All right, guys, so accuracy testing. I've got 3 different ammos here. I've got some 178 grain Hornady match. I have some 168 grain Hornady ELD match. And I have some 145 grain M80 milsurp, I believe it's PPU. First thing we are going to do is load up the 178 grain here. So, first 5 rounds, 178 grain Hornady match. Let's see what kind of groups we get. So, that flyer is 100% me. We'll see if that repeats with some of the other groups. But we're at about 100 yards, and that is my thumb. So, we'll say 1 inch. So, with the 178, we are at we're right at 1 MOA with a flyer. All right. So, second group. This is going to be the 168 grain Hornady ELD. We're just stepping the weight down just a hair. So, 1 MOA performance on the first one. Let's see if this one ends up with a flyer as well, or if that's all just me shooting. Here we go. All right, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it seemed like it liked the heavier stuff just a bit. We're about, oh, I don't know. We'll go with 1 thumb, a little bit under thumb. So about 1.5 MOA with the 168 grain. And did drop 2 in the same hole there. We'll go try the lighter stuff. So, last group. This is the 145 grain M80 ball. This is from PPU. We're going to do another 5-round group here. We'll get her loaded up. All right, 5 shots. All right, so we are all covered by a thumb there. So 3 shots, we got our 4th, and then flyer on the 5th. So seems to be a little bit of a pattern, 4 tight and then it flies 1. But we are tight. Like I said, that's 1 thumb. We're just about 100 yards there. And this is the cheap milsurp stuff. So very solid performance on the accuracy test. So final thoughts on the 17 NRCH non-reciprocating. Very impressed with the platform. Obviously, the non-reciprocating and ambi charging handle do make it a lot easier to use the firearm, especially in and around barricades or things of that nature. You don't have to worry about that charging handle touching something and causing some sort of malfunction. Accuracy is a little bit of grass. Accuracy is fantastic, especially for a battle rifle. So we were seeing those 1 MOA groups. Did seem to have a flyer with each group, but something I did notice is the fact that from 145 grain all the way up to that 178 did hold pretty tight. The 168 kind of surprised me with that group opening up, but the 145 and the 178, very solid performance, which FN has always had a reputation for accuracy, and this one definitely holds up. Platform's light, it's easy to maneuver. Obviously, it does pack a lot of punch in a lightweight frame, which is always very nice. Overall, the only real changes that I would like to see are kind of what we've seen in the aftermarket. Them going to an M-lock rail and getting rid of some of this pick rail on the sides and on the bottom, and preferably a little bit more adjustment in the gas system. Maybe 3, 4, 5 settings would be nice from the factory. But all in all, great platform for the, we'll say, $3,500 to $4,000 mark, depending on the market at the time. And obviously, these are weird times. Is it worth it? That's kind of a question you've got to ask yourself. In a small package with the accuracy that this thing is capable of putting down, the maneuverability, the fact that you can, of course, fold the stock and fire with the stock folded. To me, I would say it's worth it. Obviously, your mileage and your wallet may vary. Being almost twice the price of an AR-10 does give you a little bit of pause, but all in all, really did enjoy shooting this thing. We'll definitely be doing some follow-up videos. We'll be putting a can on this, turning the gas down, and see how it runs suppressed. Guys, as always, I do appreciate your time watching this, and if you haven't already, check us out as well on rumble.com, and stay safe, train hard.